Now, it's one of the UK's most popular tourist destinations and is now becoming an increasingly sought-after place to live.
Record numbers of people are moving to Cornwall to seek, oh my goodness, a new life by the sea.
Yep, I'm in.
Yeah. OK, I see your point, yeah. Lucky John Maguire is there for us this morning. Morning, John.
Yeah, morning to you both. We're putting a D Walker and an S Nugent down, are we, as potential house buyers along the British coastline, especially here in the southwest. You can just see the sun's about to pop up over in the east, just behind me there. Beautiful day. We're in Falmouth, standing on the Prince of Wales Pier, jutting out into the mouth of the River Fal. You can just see the industrial part of town, the port, just behind me there. Some of the lights starting to come on. A few boats moving around as daily life starts to swing into action. What we have seen, driven by the pandemic, especially over the last year, is a huge increase for demand in requests for people looking for properties in Devon and in Cornwall. Important to say this isn't the second home situation, the holiday home situation. It's people that want to pack up the boxes, pack up the kids, the hamster, the dog, and move their life lock, stock and barrel either to the countryside or to the coast. So what sort of effects it's having? We've been finding out. It's long been a hot spot for holidaymakers, but increasingly Cornwall is now a hot spot for house buyers. Not second homeowners, but people who want to live here all year round.
It's a bit awkward, isn't it? Trying to dodge each other all the time.
Paul and Jill Rafter are moving down from Bristol.
So you've got utility room in there.
But with such high demand for homes, there's stiff competition and they fear being priced out of the market.
From a location point of view, this is ideal for us. We love the sea, we love being by it, in it, on it. So, you know, it's just an ideal place for us to live.
So, yeah, we really want to move down here, but it's difficult because, you know, some people have got crazy money and we're not in that situation. We want to move down here, we need to sell our house, we want to make a life here, and you know, so we just have to wait and see.
Oh, there's one of them. Hi, darling.
And the plan is for Jill's two daughters and their family to move here too.
Here we go. What do you think of this?
Emma Ward is an estate agent based on the north coast in St Agnes. She says sometimes people buy houses without seeing them in person.
And it gives you the sort of opportunity to do something major to it, doesn't it?
And prices are rising.
You know. We're having properties that are going way above the asking price and having to go into sort of a best and final offer situation where we wouldn't have had that every day before.
And is there enough property?
No, absolutely not. We need more property.
Well, this is the old Victorian schoolhouse in St Agnes, and more than 20 years ago I rented and lived in a flat here. During that period of time, the village has changed hugely. More businesses, more people, far more houses. But the last 12 months has seen a real accelerated pace of change due to the pandemic. Cornwall's reputation for wild beauty is well deserved, but economically, this isn't a rich county. An influx of investment is welcome, but there are concerns that higher prices paid by new arrivals will put prices out of reach for many local people.
We welcome people wanting to come and live here, work here, and contribute to the economy and vitality of the place. The problem is, though, that it is depriving many of the local population, particularly the younger population, who want to stay here and thrive in Cornwall, from becoming part of the community. It's tending to force them out somewhat.
This is the old Vicarage Flats, where we're proposing to renovate 4 flats.
And those working to create more affordable homes say it's important that there's a variety of housing available.
The housing market is unaffordable for people here now. People earning £18,000, £20,000, they're never going to get on to the property ladder when average prices are around about the £350,000 and more mark. And that also then reflects back into the rental market. So the unaffordability of renting too becomes an issue for local people as they grow up.
The pandemic has changed much about the way we live our lives now, and for many people it's the catalyst that will persuade them to make the leap and to change their lives forever. Morning, Jane. Jane Choke from Live Beside the Sea. You source properties for people, you relocate families. Just how busy is it now? Busiest ever?
I've been in the business for over 30 years in estate agency and property search, and I've never seen it this busy. It's just a backlog, because when first lockdown was lifted, people were sort of thinking about their lives, deciding what was important, realised they can work from home on their laptop, and they want their children to be safe. So they're all wanting to go to places like Cornwall, where we've got fresh air, the sea, the beaches, bigger gardens. And one of the most important things is they want a home office. And often too, husband and wife. So, yeah, really busy.
And I suppose the biggest challenge for you is supply.
Yes, yes.
The right amount of property, but also the variety of property, which is important.
Yeah, exactly. And what's happened is there's not enough property coming to the market, so it's supply and demand. Demand is far outstripping supply. And there's a very strange buying habit that anything that came on before the first lockdown, people don't want. They want the new shiny stuff that comes up on their property alerts, and you'll get 6 people fighting over it. You're having to go full price and sometimes over asking price. It's just quite bizarre. And there's not more sales going on. It's just like a dam that's been burst. So there's this massive backlog.
All right, Jane.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for talking. It's a bit like the Suez Canal, I suppose.
It is.
Isn't it? It's fixing this. I shouldn't laugh at my own joke. Sorry about that. Yeah, glorious morning. This morning we will talk to you later, get a bit more sun and see it in its full glory. But I think it's worth repeating, isn't it, really, that there are serious undercurrents as well. It's not just about sun, sea, sand, surf and ice creams. Cornwall has other issues, and this is an issue that needs to be addressed properly and have an approach that makes sure that as many people as possible are looked after, and obviously that there's the right amount of housing available. Back to you.
John, thanks very much. It looks glorious there.
Yeah, as John was saying, some sort of deep issues to be resolved, and we're just looking at one of those this morning, and John's having a sort of wider discussion about housing in Cornwall and how it affects various people. But Jane there was talking about the availability of those homes which people are sort of fighting over in some places.
And prices going up all the time.